Hey, sup?
Mr. President, it looks like we got another problem number 6. This time from the 2004 AP Stats exam. The topic is cholesterol drugs.
Oh yes, that one had me stumped. I've heard of a one-sided debate about immigration, but I never thought there was such thing as a one-sided confidence interval.
Yes, Mr. President. Let's start with Part A. Don't forget, listener, if you hear the word, pause, stop us and think about the answer. Part A. Find a 95% confidence interval for the population mean reduction in cholesterol for the new drug. Pause.
Step 1. First check the two conditions to see if the one-sample T interval for the true mean reduction in cholesterol is valid. Pause. Condition 1. Was the sample randomly selected? Pause. Condition 2. Is the sample size large? Pause. Can we check for normality for condition 2? Pause.
Step 2. What is the name of the confidence interval? Pause. Alternatively, what is the formula? Pause. What is the parameter? Define it. Pause.
Step 3. Calculations. Find the degrees of freedom. Pause. What is the lower bound of the confidence interval? Pause.
Step 4. Interpret the confidence interval. Pause. We are 95% confident that Pause.
Part B. Why did the confidence interval and the hypothesis test lead to different conclusions? Pause. What would an equivalent hypothesis test be for the 95% confidence interval? Pause.
Compare the p-values of the one-sided and two-sided hypothesis tests. Pause. In which test can we reject the null at the 5% level? Pause. If the alpha level were 0.025, what conclusion would you make for the one-sided test? Pause.
Part C. Remember, the confidence interval is one-sided. What percentile of the t-distribution is it? Pause. How many degrees of freedom are there? Pause.
Find the critical values for the lower confidence bound. Pause. Compute L. Pause.
Part D. Is the lower bound L greater than 20? Pause. Would the decision change if the agency had used the one-sided interval instead of the other confidence interval? Pause. Is the new drug statistically significantly better than the current one? Pause.
Well, Mr. President, it has been a pleasure. You sure got your statistics down good.
Thanks. Now I don't have to rely on Department of Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano and her magic bag of statistics to justify a more secure border. Hee 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 hee.